Hi, boys and girls. I'm Curious Fox. Have you ever seen someone who needed your help? What did you do? Well, let's see what our friendly scarecrow does in this story. Once there was a scarecrow on a little farm up on a hill, wearing a patched clothes of red and black cotton twill. Little did the farmer know, his scarecrow was not like any other. His is a friendly one who welcomes the farm pesters. He doesn't have the heart to scare the creatures in need of helping. He always felt bad for the poor little ones who were starving. When squirrels came to the farm, they were digging the mowed soil wildly. But instead of scaring them away, the scarecrow said to them politely, "Hello, my little friend. It seems you're starving. The crop right next to the mowed soil where you're digging are potatoes, and a few months old and slow in growing. They're young and little in size, but it would be enough for a mouthful bite." The family of squirrels was surprised. They immediately followed the scarecrow's advice. They dug out the baby potatoes and ate heartily. They thanked their new friend and left the farm safely and happy. The farmer was a little late. He came out to see his potatoes missing. How could the squirrels know exactly where to dig? No one was there but the hayman he built. After a few days, the rabbits came hopping all over the cabbage lane. They were wild, and they were in a hurry, stomping the plants with their big feet. And they stomped on the cabbages with their big front teeth. And some were fighting for the greenest of leaves. The busy bunny colony were a little careless. They did not notice that the farmer was done with his rest. And the scarecrow, amused the little pesters, immediately warned them about the farmer. "Go now, my friends. The farmer has awakened. I'm sure he will not like what you did to his garden. He will ruin your fluffy coatings. Escape quickly, my little gentle beings." And again, the farmer was a little late, and he saw all the footprints of rabbits all over the place. They ate most of the cabbages and ruined some of the other plants along its lane. He said to himself that this should never happen again. He guarded his farm tirelessly, along with the scarecrow and his trusty rifle. He slept on his bench outside for nights, but nothing came but the bugs, who bit him countless times. The farmer finally got tired and went inside his barn. He had had it with the bugs, and he badly needed a bath. Just as the farmer was no longer on watch, an unwanted visitor came to taste the fruits of his plants. A group of fruit bats came, swarming all over the strawberry lane. They descended on the fruits with such enthusiasm. The bright red, flat, fresh strawberries really attracted them. These flying creatures were quite noisy when they eat. Little that they knew that the threat they were about to meet. When the farmer heard the noise of the bats eating, the scarecrow heard the angry farmer yelling. He feared what the farmer might do to the poor harmless bats, so he quickly warned them and said, "My shy little friends, you have to hide. The farmer guards his plants at night. Once he sees you, he will not be kind, and he'll rearrange your insides." The bats immediately fled in fear. They were shaken when the armly farmer appeared. When the farmer saw what the bats had done, he went all mad and burned all that was left of the farm. He threw a torch to the soils of his dead plants, and then he brought out large vessels and threw them all around the land, and oil got everywhere. The smoke engulfed the hill with darkness. The squirrel who was meant to be scared, he was frightened for the safety of his friends. The fire was catching and rapidly growing. Just at the foot of the hill is the woods where the animals were hiding. As the barn and the farm was being swallowed by the fire, the scarecrow just decided to cover his eyes. He feels sorry that he couldn't have had a chance to say goodbye to the animals who became his friends in such a short amount of time. Next thing he knew, he was being saved from danger. He was taken away from the fire and from the mad farmer, and he was brought to the heart of the forest by the bats, the squirrels, and the rabbits. They stuck the Scarecrow to a very old tree where he rested for a while and had a long sleep. When the Scarecrow finally awoke, a much unexpected surprise. He became part of the tree and grew fruits of different kinds. Hanging on his arms were strawberries and apples, while right below his feet are cabbages and potatoes. Gathered around him are the animals that he helped from the farm. The Scarecrow and his friends live happily now for the days to come. Girls and boys, if you ever have the chance to help somebody, be sure to do it. You may need help yourself sometime. I'm Curious Fox, and I hope to see you tomorrow.